Hello everyone. I hope you can see me. I hope you can hear me clearly as well. I'm going to be doing a session on how to sign up and how to use the PiVerb online course. I'm just waiting for about 2-3 minutes to make sure that everybody is on board, so that you can all hear me clearly, so that you can see me speaking very clearly. I'm going to wait for the comments to come. There's about a minute and a half delay between when I speak and when it comes on YouTube. So I'm just making sure that everything here is very clear. I'm just checking to see if things are fine, whether they can see me clearly, whether the picture is clear, all good. So if everything is good and I can see it on comments on my phone, my device, and if you can comment saying things are fine, audio is clear, there is no echo, there's nothing funny, then we'll jump in and continue with the session. Fine. Namaste to all of you. Very good evening it's a good day. I know we're all on lockdown and there's lots of random ambient bad news in the air, but in spite of all that, we should keep trying to make sure that we do everything as normally as possible. And worldwide, there's a big crisis. I know all of you have read everything about it. You're wonderful students, so you know a lot of detail about this. But notwithstanding that, make sure that you stay safe. Wash your hands with soap aggressively. Don't go out much. Even if you're bored, find some forms of entertainment within the boundaries of your house. Don't step out. Wonderful. So what are we going to do today? What is the agenda for today? And very simple. I'm going to break this into kind of 3 parts. First part, I'm going to give a demo of how to sign up for the online course at PiVerb. What is the process to use your password and email address and get into the system. And we're going to do that. And then I'm going to take you through, after signing up, how do I enter into a class? How do I take the class? How do I take a test? All of that. After that, I'll give you a broad outline of what PiVerb is. What is PiVerb? What is the idea behind this? Then we'll move on to questions and answers. Any questions you might have, we'll take them. But the Q&A session, we've broken it into 2 parts. And so one part, we've got a lot of questions from students. We've done a few sessions. Students and parents have already asked us a lot of questions beforehand. We had a session yesterday, so we have a sense of what the standard questions are. So I'm going to go ahead and answer all of them. And then over and beyond this, if you have some questions, we'll have them also. Take that also into account. Fine. Wonderful. Lovely. So we're going to jump into the session where we do a demo of how to sign up and sign in, how to register onto this. And so most of you have got an official communication from your schools as well. I'm going to add on to that. Fine. So before we even get in, if you have friends, classmates, cousins who are not there, who don't know about this, who have not turned up for the session, please ping them, send them a message, send them a WhatsApp, give them a call, ask them to come here. Because any doubts you have on the course, this will be a good opportunity to get them clarified. It'll be a lovely opportunity to see the sign-in process and how to access different parts. And so if somebody is, your classmates have not turned up, make sure that they turn up right now. Make sure that they're present to take value from the session. Fine. Lovely. So I'm going to share my screen and take you through the process. Fine. Beautiful. So I'm going to do this. Wonderful. So I've shared my screen. What am I going to do next? I'm going to see if I hope the display capture aspect is working well, and I'm going to jump in to this part. And so I'm going to wait for a minute and a half just to know that the screen share part is working well. I'm going to check whether the screen share is working well online with my team who's sitting there attending the session, which is why I'm fiddling with the phone. I'm not playing some game. So I know that you're all waiting. So I just want to check whether the screen share aspect has come out well. And so I know that I'm going to take you through this process because we're working with a lot of technology. We're using some software to share my screen. Right now I know you can see my screen, or I believe you can see my screen. And so I just have to check that out. Somebody is saying screen share is not working. So let me just check that. Display capture is on. Someone is saying screen share is not working. Let me just check that. to see whether that issue gets fixed straight away. Wonderful. I think screen share should be working now. Right, so I hope the screen share part is working now. I'm just going to fix this technological issue. Somebody is saying we cannot see the screen. Many people are saying we cannot see the screen. So I'm going to worry about that. Fine. So hopefully now you can see the screen. We've got it. Was something funny with the screen share aspect. Now it is working. Brilliant. So I'm going to go and navigate to this website. Now I can see the obviously now that I'm sharing my screen, the video part of me being in the system might not be there. Let me see if I can introduce that so that you can still see me somewhere on the top left, top right corner. So you can see me and the screen. That's what I'm assuming now. Wonderful. So how do we access this system? What are we going to do? First of all of you been given access through the DAV system. So we type davchennai.org. This takes you to your school website. It opens a few pop-ups here and there. Wait for 2-3 seconds. It will disappear, and then close this. Then put in any school, whichever school you are part of. Right. So then you enter onto the website that you are a part of for your school specifically. Right. So on this menu there is home, about, management, achievements, admissions, all of that. There's one wonderful thing called as online math. Click that. We click that. And this is online math. When you're signing up for this, you would have been given passwords and email addresses. Remember, you're going to use your exact ID that you are given for your school access from that is on Microsoft ID. So whatever on Microsoft ID you've been provided, use the exact same thing. This is what you sign up every day to attend your online classes. Use the exact same ID. And what is going to be the password? Password is going to be everything before the @ symbol. So it's going to be GN0001. Remember, this is not your ID. You will have your own ID. I'm just taking a dummy ID to show you through this process. So GN0001 at metricgn.onmicrosoft.com is an ID for a student. For that student, the password will be GN0001. The username you should put is a username you put every day to go to the Microsoft learning system where you learn online every day. And so we have gone on board. We've learned here. I'm going to click on loading. Now this takes us to a point where it says mobile verification. What am I going to do? I'm going to put some random mobile number. And so it's not my mobile number, some random mobile number. And then if you click on send verification code, you will get an OTP. So obviously you should put your parents' mobile number and get that OTP, which will be a 6-digit OTP. Get that and then click on that, whatever that turns out to be, and enter into the system. And so remember, you have to put your username and password, then enter the parent's phone number, whichever one you have access to at that moment, get the OTP and sign in. But remember, this OTP process with the phone number is there only for the first time you enter into the system. This is like registering for the school, the way you pay your enter and fill some form on day one, or the first time you're getting admission to the school, you'll have some paperwork. This is for that. Enter OTP, that's only for the first time. Right? Super. So now I'm going to close this down and then take you to a point where this part you've already entered. Once you hit the OTP, you will get a screen like this, which gives you one course right up front. So this student is in class 6. So the class 6 maths course, he or she is already enrolled for. Then you can just click there and start learning. The other courses here that are available present are all the courses. This is the one you are enrolled for. Now what do? You go here and you click that. The moment you click that, you get what is the learning interface, and very simple. If you see the right hand side panel here, it says sample test, knowing our numbers, whole numbers, playing with numbers, basic geometrical ideas. There's a list of all topics in your syllabus for class 6. All the ones are going to be added there. Whatever is already available is present there. As and when we move further and further, we'll get more classes. How do we learn? Inside knowing our numbers, click that. It says face value and place value. Click that. The moment you click that, the learning interface will start. All the learning part is a set of videos. So you click on this, that video will start playing. I'm going to mute this because otherwise I am talking and that video is talking. You'll have something clashing. And so now you can see every idea being explained as a complete video. This video is very much similar to blackboard and chalk piece. Right? Whatever is there on the blackboard, something is already written, and on top of it we write something. And so the teacher writes something. Right? So now you finish this part, you can go to the next. You can scroll this video further and lower. You can move up and down. All of that you can do. Right? You can go. Suppose you say I finished this. Let me go to the next one. You can do that. You can navigate across any of these lessons. One with more digits is the. Right? You can navigate across anything here. The entire syllabus is provided here. Whatever you know, whatever you have learned, skip that, go to the next one. Right? Now, what else is there? Now we've learned this topic, a bunch of ideas. You've talked about shifting digits, large numbers, Indian and international system, all of this. On top of this, you say, okay, I've done this. Now I want to take a test. So you click on some quiz here, face value and place value. It takes you to an interface where you can take a test. Take the test. For some reason, it asked me for a password. I will check that out. I'm going to sign in again to show you how this works. Because there's been a time lapse there. That's why I kept that window on for too long. Because I thought we were going to jump in. So it should be ready. I kept it on for too long. So now I'm going to take you through the testing interface. Go here and take test. You'll get to an interface where it says how all the instructions for taking the test. Read through the instructions. But now I'm going to skip that and just say start test. What does this give? It gives a bunch of questions, some question here and then answer here. And so you can type in the answer, go to the next question. The place value of which digit is same as its face value. You can write down the answers. Right? So 10,000 place unit, 10, 100,000, 10,000. So you can type in the 10 questions in this test. You can go to the 7th question. You can jump to the 9th question. So finish everything. You can say, okay, I'm submitting this test. Once you submit this quiz, it will give you a snapshot. How many you have answered, how many you have skipped, how many you have marked for review. You can submit again. Now it tells you your score. How much have you scored? What score did you get? How much time you spent on correct answers? How much on incorrect answers? How much on skipped answers? And what is the performance of all the students who have taken the test? Where do you stand? Who's the topper? All that you'll get as a simple dashboard. Right? Now this is all fine, but how am I going to learn this wonderful button here which says solution? That's very important. Click on solution. So for each test, each quiz, each question, there is a solution part. This is what you marked and that turned out to be the correct answer. There's an explanation here. Click on explanation. You'll get a pop-up of a video. This video gives you a video solution. How many tens for that question completely. So whatever that question is, there'll be a video solution. And whatever is available in video format is also available as slides. So you click here, you can learn with slides. The first part is learning as video. You can go to the 8th question. You didn't even solve that. That's all right. You can still see the explanation. You can listen to the explanation as a video, step 1. Or you can say, look, I don't want the video. Digits of a 2. I want to just see the slides. So you can see the slides. And so this is the learning and testing interface. So now that we have gone through that, I'm going to come back and not share my screen anymore. I've already done that. So I'm going to do this, and then cancel this off. Wonderful. So I'm going to again check to see whether whether I'm back to the same screen on my own screen to see whether the interface part has worked. So we have completed the idea of navigating through the sign-in process. So we have done that. Now we have signed in, completely demonstrated that. I'm going to talk about what this PiVerb thing is about. What is the idea behind PiVerb? Right? So why are we doing this PiVerb? Right? I'm going to answer all the questions that you have. Right? So what is PiVerb about? That's what we're going to do now. Just give me a second. I'm just setting up what is PiVerb about part. So let's do this. What is PiVerb? PiVerb is an online math course, which is a companion course. That means whatever you learn at school, whatever is the prescribed syllabus for class 6 is going to be available online with PiVerb completely. So every idea you learn in school, every concept, every funda, every principle, every bit you learn in school from the book is going to be available online. Not just the learning part, but also the testing part. So for each topic, suppose you take playing with numbers, then all the 15, 18 ideas that are there in that topic are going to be discussed in detail as far as the theory is concerned. Then there'll be 4 or 5 or 3 tests depending on how large the topic is, and all those questions, there are 5 tests, each test with 10 questions will be available on the platform, so that you can learn everything. Even while learning, there'll be some question that you'll have to answer. There's a simple test. At the end of it, the 5 interesting, slightly tougher tests will be available. You take that and then you can see how well you have done, how well you have performed. The learning part is with a series of videos. We at PiVerb believe that the video format is useful and that learning should be intuitive. You should get the idea of behind the concept. Now I know all of you know the test of divisibility for 4. What is the test of divisibility for 4? Think about it. You need to check the last 2 digits. That I know. Why? Suppose I give you a number 6, 7, 8, 2, 5, 3, 9, 2, 6, 4. And say, is this number divisible by 4? You don't even have to listen to everything else. You know the last 2 digits I said is 6, 4. That's a multiple of 4. So this large number is a multiple of 4. You know that. But have you paused to think, why this work? Why is it enough to check just a 6, 4? Why don't we need to care about everything that went before that? So at PiVerb, we'll try our best to make sure that you have a clear understanding of why a rule works. That's why we spend a lot of time in building that conceptual rigor, the fundamental, the idea behind everything you learn in math, we'll sit and teach. And we believe that that is very crucial, which is why we go through an elaborate process for creating the theory, which is why we have solutions for every question out there. Who teaches at PiVerb? I teach at PiVerb. Right? So I take all the classes, all the concepts, all the videos, all the solutions, everything is done by only one person. That's myself. Right? So a little bit about myself. My name is Rajesh. I run PiVerb. Right? So I work. I'm a graduate. I'm an engineer from IIT Madras. I finished an MBA from IIM Bangalore. Then I worked for a while in a sorted bank. For the last 10 years, I've been teaching math. And I run a course for this entrance exam called CAT, which is for management entrance for doing MBA. But the most important thing that I do, the most exciting thing I do is create content for PiVerb and teach for school students for classes 6, 7, and 8. So all the videos, all the classes have been completed by me. I like teaching, so I love math. And I like interacting with young students like yourself. So all the teaching I've completed. So this has taken a few years for us to build. But for classes 6, 7, and 8, every idea that is there in the school textbook, we have covered with detailed videos. And we have done a bunch of tests and video solutions as well. The other members in the team, Bhaskar is a director. So he gives us guidance and inputs on how to build the product, and he reviews our product. Karthi is the person who runs the business. So if I'm in charge of teaching, Karthi is in charge of pretty much everything else. So he runs the operations. He's the business head. So he runs the technology. He's the person best for figuring out how to use the product. He's the one who compiles the reports and sends it to teachers, principals, students, everyone. So how the product can be used, he's the person to speak to. You'll be interacting with him sooner or later. So we will have sessions for that also. So that is the team. The 3 of us form the core team at PiVerb. Right? So I'm going to go further. With this, we have outlined what PiVerb is about and the team and who does this. Now I'm going to answer a bunch of questions that have been asked to us throughout the other sessions we've answered. So you have any other questions, please post them on the comments board. We will take those also on board. But I'm going to run through a bunch of questions that we've already received. Finish that before we come to these questions. Fine. So far, so good. So far, you've understood very clearly. And I know that some of you might have missed the beginning of the session where we did a demo. I'm going to do a demo right at the end as well. So I'm going to sign into davchennai.org, click username, password, go to the OTP part, forget about the OTP part, go to inside the course, show how to learn, show how to take tests, show how to see the videos and the slides. The whole thing I'm going to do all over again right at the end. And so if you have any questions about the course, post it now. Anything about the sign up, we will do it again. One more time, we're going to cover it. Right? Wonderful. So now what am I going to do? I'm going to go and cover the standard questions we have received from parents and teachers beforehand. So I'm going to cover that one. So let's see how we go about that. Course related questions. So how many times can you watch a video? You can watch each video any number of times. You can watch the course any number of times. It is completely open. It is open 24/7. Suppose you're an early riser, you want to wake up at 5 a.m. and do this, do that. Suppose you have a football match that you want to watch at 11:30. So you want to stay awake. You want to do PiVerb from 10:30 to 11:30 and then watch the match. You can do that. And I know this because my son keeps planning his PiVerb schedule based on when to watch football matches. And so your kids, so you should have the fun also, but you can schedule it at whichever time you like. Is there any specific time to attend the test? There are no timings, but at this point I want to stress, make sure, parents especially, make sure that there is a scheduled allotted time for this. The technical capability is there, so you miss out at a day, you go out for a function, you sometimes you're not, the internet is not working, then you can do it anytime. But as much as possible, maintain some discipline. So tell yourself every Tuesday, every Thursday evening 7 to 8 will be for PiVerb. So create a schedule so that you can maintain the discipline. There is no specific time, but it's up to you to maintain some timeline, some discipline, some scheduling to say, I'm going to do this on this day and this day, this time, every time. Are all the topics covered in PiVerb classes? Of course, yes. Whatever is there in the school prescribed syllabus, everything will be covered. We do cover a little bit more, something that I find interesting, something I think you guys should see, something I think is fun. Add that. And so you have this much to learn, it's good to learn something more, especially if it is fun. So the extra parts will definitely be fun. Right? Can I view any chapter now? That you cannot. Basically, this course is built as a companion course. Whatever you learn in school is available on PiVerb as well. So what do? We create everything to be in sync with school. So the school is teaching something in July, we'll cover the same things in July. And the school has planned something for November, then we won't make it available in July. So we work with the school. This is a product offered by PiVerb and your school. So the school is given us a course of study, entire timetable plan for the year. So whatever they plan to teach in a month, we'll plan to teach the same thing in a month. So that is what will get released. So you might go to some test and say it's not yet released, it's scheduled for later. That means whatever is there for the school, that is going to be available now. But the other topics are coming soon, the next subsequent months. And so having said that, whatever has been made available will be available throughout. What do I mean by that? Suppose July you're going to learn whole numbers. Then that will be available in August, September, October, November, December. Just come online, it will be available throughout. But suppose something geometry is going to be taught in November, that won't be available in September or October. Wonderful, very clear. Let's go to the next chunk. Test related. How many questions does a test contain? Each test contains 10 questions. Of this, about 6 questions are regular level, simple, consolidated. About 4 are HOTS questions. Sometimes there is 7 simple questions and 3 HOTS questions. Sometimes it is 5 and 5. So we want to consolidate the very basics very well, very clearly, and then push and know slightly tougher questions also. The advantage is, even if you get them wrong, you can go through the entire solution in detail and understand that idea really well. And so the understanding is the key, not just the test taking. To all those questions have a solution. There is not a single question without solution. Every single question on the platform has solution, and 99% of them will have video solution. Why am I saying 99%? Some one odd thing we might want to put a better video, so we'll have removed that for the time being, and then the better video will come. All 100% will have video solutions. Sometimes we take down a video and put a better video. That might happen, but otherwise every single question will have a solution. Every single question will have a video solution. Can I retake the test? I've taken a test, can I take it one more time? Definitely yes. But remember, when you take a test the second time around, the score doesn't count. When you take the test the first time, that is the score that counts. That is the score that goes into your system. So your dashboard, or how well you have done, if you're seeing, all those performances will be based on your first attempt. So make sure that you are very well prepared for the first attempt. Make sure that you get a good score the first time you take it. Don't take it casually. So suppose you take 9 out of 10 in the first attempt, your score will get counted as 9. Suppose you take 5 out of 10 in the first attempt, and then take it again and get 10. The system will still register only your 5. Fine. So you can retake it in order to learn the idea better, but it's not, the second time score is not taken on board. Right? What else are we going to cover? Test scores related. Will I be able to view the scores in the test that have gone by? Definitely yes. You'll be able to view all your scores. You can review the solutions any number of times. You can see the videos any number of times. You can take the test for fun any number of times, for learning any number of times, not for the score. Will the marks be sent to teachers and parents? Yes, we will be sending a term-wise report to parents. We will also be sending term-wise reports, or midterm and end-term 1 or 2 report, depending on how frequently teachers want to see it, to teachers and principals. So this is part of your curriculum in some form, extension of your curriculum, like homework. And so take it very seriously, because you do well, that means the entire report of everything that you're doing on PiVerb will be seen by teachers, principals, math, head of department, all of them. Right. So teachers access scores of all students, they will get a report. They will be able to see it. Suppose the teacher says, give us I want to see the report of a few students. Can you extract it and give? We will have sent across to them, because the teachers are very much involved in the process of making sure that students learn. So they will have access to all the details of performances. So it should not matter at all whether they see the system or not. I know you're all very keen, enthusiastic, wonderful students. So take the test as seriously as possible. Learn all the basics, then take the test. And once you take the test, go through the solutions and see that very clearly. That is very vital. Right. Wonderful. What else is there? How is PiVerb's teaching is special? As I said, we take a lot of effort in breaking down concepts, breaking down ideas. Fine, that's number 1. Number 2, we take a lot of effort in making the teaching part visual. Because we work digitally, we can draw the number line, we can show movements across the number line, we can try to figure out a mechanism to communicate how minus into minus is plus visually. And we take a lot of effort to do that. And so the teaching part is we spent enormous amount of time cracking the pedagogy, and it is available online. So you can see it many times, you can see it any number of times. That's what makes it slightly more advantageous from a student's point of view. I'm sure the teachers you have are wonderful. You're studying in a delightful school, one of my favorite schools ever. So I like the way the teachers DAV approach it and the way they teach it. That's magnificent. I've sat in their classes, they're brilliant. Right? But sometimes they have pressures in terms of the timing or in terms of addressing a particular class. There's some 3 kids who are really good, and some 5 kids who take that little bit longer to get an idea. So teachers have to struggle with that. Whereas if you learn online, that won't be there. And so if you're really quick, you can learn things very quickly and then finish it off and do the test, get 10 out of 10, and you're done with the entire class in 25 minutes. Conversely, if there is some one idea that you don't get, you're not very clear about, ma'am has said this in class, but you're still not sure, then you can go to PiVerb, see that video once, twice, thrice, tell yourself, now I'm clear, now I understand it clearly, then go to the next idea. So it gives you that option. Right? How is PiVerb different from Khan Academy and others? Khan Academy is brilliant. Khan Academy is a wonderful place to learn from. I'm sure all of you have heard about it. Many of you should have seen it. It is brilliant, the way they teach. In many ways, we are similar to Khan Academy. The Khan Academy stresses enormously on fundamental basics, ground up learning. So do we. At PiVerb, we will never teach you some formula which you cannot derive. We'll never teach you an idea that we cannot explain. Never teach you some nugget where the flow cannot be seen. So it will be intuitive and clear. That's what we believe in. Right? Khan Academy has a similar belief. Right? What is the difference? Khan Academy is now like an encyclopedia. Everything you miss something, you go search for that and see that in Khan Academy. So it's vast. So it's easy to get lost in Khan Academy. Whereas PiVerb, if you see the way the system is defined, your entire syllabus you can see on the right hand side on the dashboard very clearly. So everything that is prescribed for you is available on one place. The second thing, Khan Academy takes a lot of effort in having videos for concepts, but they don't go and do videos for each question. And we believe that each question carries a nuance, carries a difference, carries a variety, carries something different. Therefore, we have an individual, separate, modularized, small, short video for each and every question. So if you don't understand one thing, you can see that straight away. And that is how we are different from Khan Academy. I've seen quite a few other providers. According to me, Khan Academy is the benchmark provider. They're brilliant. And so a lot of times, a lot of the systems, according to me, make one of two mistakes. One is they get carried away with visuals. They draw a circle in the air and they show a pyramid to show a triangle. All that is distracting from first principles based learning. Mathematics is beautiful when seen in real life context, but it is fundamental for building abstract ideas to talk about X and Y and general scenarios. We should not lose that. That's very important. And I'm a mathematician, so take it from me. The abstract idea building part of math is super crucial, especially for you guys. You're going to be working and living in a world where artificial intelligence and robots are everywhere. So you need to be able to think beyond some very simple stuff. So you need to have that abstract understanding, which is very crucial, and math builds that. Sometimes overly visualized gimmicky stuff takes away that abstract. Second thing, a lot of online products are heavily inclined towards testing. They give you a series of tests, series of answers, series of analytics. You keep doing more and more questions. So for us, testing is a route to learning. And so if you're doing 10 tests, then you do 100 questions. At least, suppose you get 20 of them wrong, you should be seeing the solutions for all 100, and you learn tons of stuff in seeing the correct answers video solution for the 20 ones that you got wrong. You learn something new. The idea is to do questions to learn, not just mechanically do questions and see your dashboard. And so that is the key difference, the way we approach with everybody else that you might have heard of in terms of the names in the market. Right? Wonderful. Let me go to the next idea. What should I do if I've completed watching all the videos? Watch them again. We'll keep on adding content. We'll do a bunch of live sessions. So all of that will get added to the PiVerb course. So I'll make sure that you don't run out of content. So you do watch everything. We'll be adding more stuff on. So whatever content is there, I can tell you that we'll more or less double it in the 6 months. What is there is adequate. It's fantastic. It's covering almost as much as what the school syllabus covers. In some topics, more than that. And we'll double it from here. Can I expect more tests from PiVerb? Definitely, yes. We'll keep on adding. Right? Will PiVerb offer for other subjects, other classes? Not right now. We'll definitely offer for 9th and 10th. We're thinking about doing it for 5th as well. But other subjects, not in a hurry. We are math teachers. Can other students access PiVerb? Oh, this is important. PiVerb is like a school. Within that, DAV is like a class. So you go to the school, you go into your class and you start learning. Right? So PiVerb has lots of other classes like this. And so students can go to PiVerb.com, sign up and learn. Right? So anybody across the world can learn from PiVerb.com. There's no restriction. Right? But remember, you guys should go via davchennai.org from your website. You'll have access to everything only if you go from your website. If you go to PiVerb.com, you'll be able to click and sign up and see some content, but you'll not be able to access everything. It's like, suppose you joined DAV Girls Gopalapuram, and one day you cannot suddenly go and sit in Church Park. You have signed up and registered here. Your entire course is available here. So don't go for your course. Don't go and sign up on PiVerb.com. You have a cousin at Church Park. She also wants to learn. Ask her to go to PiVerb.com and learn. And so some part of it will be available. Some part the school will have to sign up. Some part the parents can automatically sign up and register. That's a separate thing. So whenever you are learning, you have to go via davchennai.org and then click and come here. That part is this mandatory. It's absolutely required. For anybody else who's interested, keen, curious, ask them to go to PiVerb.com and then sign up as a trial user. They can see some content and then do everything else. What if I forget my PiVerb password? Why will you forget? It is on Microsoft before the @ symbol, whatever come. If you've changed your password, then you should remember it. And then you have changed your password and you don't remember it, then you can click on forgot password. You'll get an email and then you can follow that process. But don't change your password unless absolutely required. 1 second. Wonderful. What else is there? Unable to log in, then click send an email to karthi@piverb.com. Will help you with it. How will I know if the chapter is live or not? Click there. It'll say if it is live already or it is coming soon. Can I use PiVerb on multiple devices? Definitely yes. If you have a MacBook, a laptop, a computer, a desktop, a phone, everywhere you can use it. One condition is that it runs only on a Chrome browser. It runs on other browsers. It runs best on a Chrome browser. I'm sure all of you know what a Chrome browser is. All of us pretty much use only a Chrome browser. So use a Chrome browser, but you can log on to through multiple places. Fine. So you can log on in any number of devices. At a time, you can log in only in one place, but you can log out and log on in whatever devices you want. What is the cost of this course? There is a cost to this course, but luckily enough for the students of DAV, the DAV school, they have taken the cost on. So they've said this course is good. Our students should use it. We'll take the cost. Let them make sure that they consume it at home. So you don't have to pay anything additional beyond whatever fees you've paid for DAV for accessing the course. Unable to log in on the PiVerb mobile app. The PiVerb mobile app is built for the PiVerb thing, not the DAV variant. So there could be an issue. We'll come up with some solution to have a DAV variant for the app also. We've done the technological part, but we've put it on hold because we want to make sure that all of you come on board, sign up, register, put password, put mobile, put OTP, learn, and then we'll think about other variants and all that. And so with that, I pretty much covered everything that I wanted to cover for this. Right? So now I'm going to take questions from all of you. So all of you who have questions on different things about PiVerb, please type in here, and then we will answer them. And is it a bot answering the questions or is it people answering? It's people answering. They're so quick that they're faster than how a bot can answer. Right? So please answer. Please ask whatever questions you might have. We will be able to clarify them on top of this. And please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like the video, definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel. We have tons of content that we have lined up for not just the course, but also the course and for general learning. And we have lined up a lot of fun sessions. Definitely do subscribe to the course. How to see the video? Sign up into the system, click there, and then click on each course. Whenever you see that play button that you see on YouTube, that's a video. We can't type negative answer on phone. Yeah, that is correct. You have to go separately. Right now, try your best to do it on a writing on a pad, tablet type of device or a desktop device. But we will include negative answers also on the phone. Can we change our passwords? I would better not tell you that. Once you start changing passwords, it becomes tricky because if you forget a password, you'll have to go all over again to reset it with your email address. Even we cannot change the system. So I'm not going to tell you that. Email address and password every time. It's like going into a class. You go into a class and you say present ma'am. Email address and password is your way of saying present ma'am. And you enter into the class in the morning and you have to put in your email address and password. You don't have to do this OTP stuff every time. One time password is only for one time. But the email address and password every time you have to sign. I'm not able to log in laptop. We will definitely be able to log in on laptop. Please try with a Chrome browser. Right. How is PiVerb different from Vedantu? It's different in the way we are teaching. The teaching part is the biggest difference. So every idea is broken down extensively and taught well. Every single question has a video solution. All the teaching is done by one person. And so because of that is the primary difference between every other provider. It is about the pedagogy. It's about how well you learn. When I learned math from a set of wonderful teachers, I still remember some of the things that I learned 30 years ago because they taught so well that is stuck in my mind. It has completely been drilled into my head. So we've picked up ideas from many different countries of drilling ideas into the head. We've sat down and thought think about how to drill down ideas into the head. So every concept, every funda, we have created mechanisms to drill it into your head. And we've made sure that it is a lot of fun. You make sure you sit there and you learn and you do the test. You will not feel bored. It is very much modularized. So you can click and skip stuff and go really quick. You can put it at faster, slower pace. You can finish it the moment you are clear, you are comfortable. You can take tests and you can go places with your performance and see where you stand. So you will not have a boring moment when you're trying this. I can tell you that much. Does a kid need to learn a particular chapter at par with what's taught in school? Definitely yes. Whatever is being taught in school, PiVerb is a way to reinforce that. Whatever is being taught in school, it's reinforcing that. Some fundas teachers teach, we reinforce that idea here and give a bunch of tests. How is PiVerb different from Byju's thing? Byju's is the #1 player when it comes to visualizing content. And so according to me, Byju's does a lot of animated visualization, but not enough pedagogy breaking. So ideas stick in, not because you see something flying in and sitting there. Sometimes that can be very heavily distracting, but because the fundamental is driven in with a visual teaching idea. We spend a lot of time in teaching that, in breaking the idea visually, not in providing an animated layer. Animated layers are gimmicky. Very often they are exciting. It seems like it's thrilling, but for stuff to register and sit in your brain and to be drilled in, then the content should be made, the teaching part should be made visual, not the interface. Fine. If you have a doubt in a video how to ask, the teachers are completely on board with this. They've helped us design they've helped us design the way the course is released, how the course of study is. So anytime you have any question about anything on PiVerb, you can merrily walk up to your teachers and ask them the next day or the day after in school. They will be able to clarify. And they're very likely that they understand the way you think and how to clarify doubts way better than anyone else in the world. So definitely do ask them. They'll be able to help. You can't split a test. You can't do 1 to 5 and 6 to 10. 10 questions in a test. You're all youngsters. Maximum time a test will take us 35 minutes or 40 minutes. You can sit in a place and solve questions for far longer time than that. And have a dedicated notebook for PiVerb. Keep it separately. Do all your solving like how you would do. Only the answer typing you will do online on the screen. So otherwise it is learned with pen and paper only. So why would you want to break a 10 question test? You're all wonderful students who are so full of energy. I have seen students from DAV play for 2 hours at a stretch. If you can play for 2 hours, you can take a test for 40 minutes. Definitely. Can we use PiVerb after lockdown? PiVerb is going to be present throughout the year. From now till when your final annual exam ends and your summer vacation comes. And so don't worry about it. It's going to be there throughout the year. In lockdown, it will be more useful, but even after lockdown, it will continue to be useful. Video is in English only. Definitely, it's only in English. How to log in PiVerb second time? Same. Click on davchennai.org, go to online math, click, put your on Microsoft ID, put your password, you're in. Is PiVerb only for math? Yes, right now it is only for math. Is PiVerb available for 4th standard? No. We'll make it available for 5th by this time next year, by which time I think your son or daughter should be in 5th. So we'll catch up with that. I think eventually we'll go to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in a year or 6 months or 1 year. But I don't want to go lower than 4th or higher than 10th. What is the duration for test? There's no time limit for the test. You're learning, you should learn well. You should make sure that you got everything right. There's no time pressure. So if it takes you 10 minutes, great. If it takes you 20 minutes, great. If it takes you 45 minutes, great. If it says wrong password and email, some comma or full stop could be different. Try it one more time. Try it on a different device. It will work. Okay. Will there be a separate course for Math Olympiad? This course will work for any Math Olympiad. Right? There will be something that added on to this. There'll be everything that gets added on to it will be available for free. There's one other dramatically different course that may become available later on, that might be paid, but all the basics for simple Olympiad and simple competitive exam that you go to, those are all going to be available. If they're available, they'll be automatically available to you on the screen. Don't worry. If you finish all the tests, should be retake again. If you've done well, if you're scoring 10 out of 10, you understand everything, you don't have to retake. Go on, learn science, go learn social, learn geography. You don't need to spend more time on just mathematics. If you have not, if something is missing, then you check that out. Can PiVerb come in other languages? We do have plans for that. We'll definitely try to do Tamil and Hindi, but not other languages. Even Tamil and Hindi is a while away, not right now. Far, far away. I want to teach as much as possible, so I'll have to get comfortable with speaking in different languages. So if you get low marks in the first attempt, that's all right. It's one test. Learn everything. Go to the next one. Any number of devices with the same email and passwords. Yes, you can log into any number of devices with the same emails and passwords. Minus symbols are not coming in test keyboard. We will look into that. You can anyway type in with your keyboard. We will look into why negative numbers are not available on the test keyboard. Make all the tests open as our teachers teach in different orders. We have taken the entire schedule from what the teachers have given us. So the order in which teachers teach is exactly the order in which the tests appear on PiVerb. It is so if anything the teacher is teaching, it will be available on PiVerb. We've made it clear that we don't want to. We work together. We're saying opening it up generally can mess the schedule, which is why we've made it very clear that it will open up exactly as when the school teaches it, not before, not later. Which classes PiVerb available? 6th, 7th, and 8th. Is there any last date for the test? Yes, the teachers will communicate that to you. We want you to finish the test as and when they appear in that particular time window, not too much later. The question from Vinay, when I attempt test, how does it score 8.75 out of 10? There are negative markings. For all multiple choice questions, there are negative marking. It is to make sure to discourage the idea of randomly clicking ABC. So if you get something wrong, if you get not something wrong in the type in the answer, where you type into a box, there's no negative marking. But there are multiple choice questions and you click on B and the answer is C, there is negative marking. Can you tell the procedure to log in? Missed it, we're going to do it again. In another 2-3 minutes, we're going to go through the whole process. Any course for CLAT, we're going to come up with a course for CLAT that will be available by December. Yeah, can you take a test now? You can take a test right now. The moment the session ends, you can sign up and take a test. Definitely. You can take any doubt you have with the PiVerb course, you can ask your school math teachers. You can use your DAV password. The password is whatever email address is the username. Everything before the @ symbol is the password. Wonderful. I'm going to stop with this here. Any other queries on sign up and registering and sign and checking, please do revert to us, come back to us. Now I'm going to go back to our original screen and then do a bunch of go through the entire sign up process all over again. And so I'm going to share my screen yet again. And then remove this, put that on, then go to the sign up process. And so let's say we start all over again. Then we say davchennai.org, should go to davchennai.org. Once you click that, then you're on to this page with all these menu boxes here. Close whatever else opens up. Here you have something for online math. Click on that. Here you have to put your email address and password. The email address and password is something that I have already with me for each school. So I'm going to enter that. Now this is not a real email address for a specific student. I'm just trying it out. The username is going to be your email address. Remember, this is your email address that you've been given with the on Microsoft system, which the school has provided for you for accessing all the online classes. What is a password? Password is everything that comes before the @ symbol. So in this case, it will be BR0001. Put that and then you click on login. Once you click on login, it'll take you inside the course. The first time when you sign up, it'll ask for an OTP, just one-time password, which is basically a 6-digit code which will be sent to your phone number. So it'll ask you to sign up, enter your phone number, and you will get an SMS OTP on that phone number, and then you can click on that and sign up. Every other time you sign up, you just have to put username as your email address and password as everything that comes before the @ symbol. You're into the system, right? Wonderful. Now, once you're into the system, you'll get this screen. This screen has class 7 here and 6, 7, 8 here. You've already registered to class 7. You're part of class 7. Click on class 7. Once you click on class 7, you enter into the system. And now every part of the syllabus that is here is available here. So sample test, then integers, fractions and decimals, rational numbers, lines and angles, data handling. We put it in this order because the DAV is going to teach those topics in that order. Just by the order is same, but what we are maintaining. So what do we do here? We click on any lesson or everything sitting inside that lesson. You can see here. You click on any one thing, the learning part will come over here. How do we check this? You click, you can see a video. I'm going to put the volume on mute. Anything that is covered in your school textbook, the textbook that is being followed, you will have a concept learning video here. It's very much like a blackboard and chalk piece with a teacher sitting there. I'm the teacher there. So you can, everything is that you learn with a blackboard and chalk piece is already available in slide form, on top of which the teacher will write. Right? Now, whatever is available in slide form, in video form, will also be available as slide form. And wonderful. So everything that is covered in your textbook will get covered as teaching videos and slides online here. Now in integers, you learn associative property, additive identity, multiplication, property of multiplication, all of this. And then you've learned everything. Now you go to a bunch of quizzes. So integers 1, there is a quiz available here. Click on that. And how do you take the quiz? You just click on take test. The moment you click on take test, all these instructions come. Click on start test. And so it's a sample test, 5 more than -7. What is 5 more than -7? -2. What is this number? I don't know what the answer is. I'm going to write something down. What are the next 3 terms in this? So I'm just writing down. I want to jump to question number 7. I can click on question number 7. What must be added to -18 to get -4? I can answer that. I can go to the 10th question. I don't want to do this. It's team stuff. So I'm going to submit this. It'll say submit quiz. It says I've answered the 10 questions. I've answered 4, skipped 6. I want to submit this. I'll get my score. I've got 4 out of 10, which is all right, but not great. I skipped 6 questions. How can they say the score is great? Right? Just how much time you have spent, on correct answers, on questions that you have skipped. Where do you stand? So many have scored 10 out of 10. Their names will come. So you score 10 out of 10, you'll be able to see your name on the leaderboard. So make sure you do that. The most important part of the whole thing, I've seen this test dashboard. This part here, solution, that's the exciting part. Click on that. So you've done this question, you've got it right, and then you click on explanation. Then a video explanation comes for the whole thing. So every single question that's there in the system has detailed video solutions. Everything that is there in the system has detailed video solution, and not just video solutions, also slide solutions. So everything that there is a video is also available as slides. Suppose you have not attempted question number 9, you can still click on question number 9. Not even seen this question, but I can see the solution. I can see the video for the solution. I can go see the visual slide-based solving part of the solution. Everything every question in the system has a video solution. And so if you have done a test, you can review the test. No matter how many times you take the test, no matter how many times you want to see the solution, it will be available. And so the test taking solving interface is very simple. I think even students are very savvy with that. They learn how to solve and do very rapidly, very quickly. And so I'm not worried about students getting comfortable with the learning interface. My primary concern is only them signing up, putting the email address and password and OTP. And so that part is a crucial part. And so wonderful. With that, I'm pretty much done with whatever I wanted to cover. So any questions you have, please force. This is can you answer my question from Yatin Jhabak? I don't know the question. I will find it out. Right. Whatever is taught in class will only be available in the test, isn't it? Definitely. We'll not ask something new. Whatever is done in the class will be asked. Maybe we'll push you a little more because you're smart kids. They taught 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll ask you 6 also. You're smart. You will be able to answer. When will you clear our doubts? We will have live sessions for doubt clarification. You can send emails to us. But most of the instances of doubt clarification will happen with your teachers. Ask them, they'll be able to clarify. Can I take test anytime? You can take the test anytime. This is from Super Kids. You can take the test anytime. Have some discipline, but you can take. Can we copy the slide to our PC which was shown? No, it is not copy friendly. Very difficult to, it cannot be copied. Right. Is PiVerb only for maths? Yes, it is only for math. Can you repeat how to log in? We've done it twice. So even after I end the session, you can click on that link. It'll be available. You can scroll back and see it at the beginning or see it at the end. How to sign in? You can come anytime and see either the first video or the next video. How to clear doubts? Ask your teachers. We're working with the school, with the teachers. Right. Wonderful. I'm going to sign off with what is the meaning of PiVerb? We've answered that many times in this place, right? Is PiVerb available on Microsoft Store? No, it is not. It's already given to you. Why do you want to? Why will you buy a toy that you already have? You already have it. Can you add session for Olympiad exams? We will be adding that. So don't worry about it. Wonderful. So I'm gonna sign off with that. So please do ask any questions on chat or comments if you have any. Please definitely subscribe to the channel. It's very important for us that we be able to reach out to you. If you subscribe to the channel, we show some new live video, you'll get a notification. You'll be able to watch it. Something will be scheduled, you'll be able to see it. So please subscribe to the channel. Parents, I'm sure you've been listening to us. I know that the chat box is dominated by students, by kids. And so we've been teaching for kids for a while now. So we will be able to, I understand when students are typing in, but parents, if you have any queries, do send us an email. You can post us comment here later on, 2 days, 3 days later, we will be able to answer that. And so if there's one question which I saw, if I skip a question, can I retake it? You can retake it, but only your first score counts. You click on a test and start taking it, that's your first attempt. Whatever you complete then, that's your first attempt, first score. Second time around when you take it, you can take it, but it won't sit as your score. Right. Lovely, wonderful, lovely talking to all of you. Have a great week. Stay safe. These are testing times. Learn a lot and have fun learning mathematics. Right. Wonderful. All the best. And I hope to catch you for further live sessions. And I'll see you. I hope you'll be learning from inside the platform. Okay.